Hello everyone who is here on PIMO'S Education Service, our YouTube channel where academic content flows. Today, it's me again, your tutor Sempi Jardens, to take you through Microsoft Access database. In today's session, we are going to look at how to use Lookup Wizard, how to create form and fill records in a table using a form, how to create calculated queries and auto numbers. If you are new here, subscribe, like, and leave the comment. Click on the bell for notification for more academic videos loading. Let us dive on our PC and we make this exercise practical. In doing today's exercise, I have drafted a question here to use it as an example. The question says, using any database software of your choice, create this database for Kit Primary School. Save it as Kit Database. Another one, create a table called Kit Primary School. This is the table that includes records of students. And the part B of the question says, assign a primary key to one of the most appropriate field. Part C, the student's index number should increment by 001. Part C, assign appropriate data type. Part D, use Lookup Wizard for gender field. Part E, now all from part A up to part D, all these ones these are instructions that we shall follow as we create the table. So let us create a folder. We put in the Microsoft Access file. We give a name to our database and we do this exercise. So we begin with creating a folder. You come to empty space, you right click, you look for the word new, put the cursor there, you click the word folder, you give it a name. They said if it is provided, you copy that name and you give it. But for ours, let me call it Kit. We open by clicking enter 2 times. We come into our folder. We create a file, a database file within the folder. You right click again in the empty space like this. You look for the word new and decide the dialog box will appear with files. And we look for the word Microsoft Access Database. So they said we should name the database with the name Kitty Database. So we should give a name to our file. You right click on the file, you look for the word rename. To select the word new access database and then you give the name Kit. You double click to open the database. It's launching. The database is loading. It has launched now. We are inside the database. So always remember to enable content. Again, we are now inside the database. What we do, we go to the main tab create, we click create, we go for table design. From table design, it will give us the design view of the table and we start putting in field names. So basing it to our table, it has index number as a field name. Remember, field name, they are the title of the columns. So index number, name, stream, gender, math, English, SST, science. So this is the field name we are going to use. Let us go back to our table, the new created table, and we start filling in the field names. Index, number. We press arrow key. We go to another column. Its name. We continue. Stream. We go to gender. Again, we go to math. MTC. We go to ing. Go to SST. And we close with science. This is the table, and we are done with filling in field names. Now the question is saying we should assign appropriate data type. So to assign appropriate data type, we come back to our question. The data types we have here, we have the number, and in this question they have said that the student index number should increment by 001, meaning it should add up by itself. It increasing like 001, 002, 003, meaning this one is auto number. After this one, we have names here, which are letters, meaning these are text, short text. Here, stream. Now with the stream here, we have P7N. It is combined with the letters and the numericals and the numbers, meaning again we shall take short text. Here it's short text again, gender, it's M, F, M, F. Here math, it's a number, 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 number. Now, after analyzing our records, we go back to the table and we assign that type. We said index number, it's a auto number. Name, short text. Stream, we said short text because it's a combination of numbers and letters. Gender, it's text. Math, it's a number. This one a number. Again, this one is a number. SST is a number. Science is a number. So from there, we go back to our question. What is next? It's told us to assign a primary key. Like we look for the appropriate field and we assign a primary key. Assign a primary key to one of the most appropriate field. Make sure that the index are in increment by 001. Go back and we enforce the increment first. So to enforce auto number here, you put the cursor on the data type of auto number. Now, after that, you go down to field property and you look for the word format. From there, you put the cursor on the format and you fill in a formula. The formula is you open quotes, we come here and we see the format of the auto number is kit/001, meaning the database should maintain this format. How will it maintain it? By enforcing it down here. Now you open quotes, you write kit/00. So the other one is maintained by hash. So here you close quotes and put hash. So that hash stands for the digit that will be automatically written there by the access database. Let's say 1, 2, 3. So slash is now representing them in this formula. So thereafter, we go to another assigning a primary key. Now, which column should take a primary key when you are to look and analyze our data very well? You see, these are marks. Marks can be same, can duplicate themselves. Even this one, but we have here auto number. It cannot repeat itself. So that's why we should put our primary key on auto number. So we go back to our database and we put a primary key. The primary key is here. We get it from here. You come and you click on the key. So thereafter, lookup wizard for gender field. Again, we go back. We look for gender. This is gender. So lookup wizard. Now you come here. After clicking on the lookup wizard, it brings up the dialog box with more instructions. I want to look up field to get the values from another table or a query. That is not our interest. Our interest is here. I will type in the values that I want. So after selecting that one, you click next. It brings a prompt where we shall write our values. They told us to put male, female. That is it. So here the number of columns, if you put it to here, meaning you want to give commands, to more than one columns, but for us we are only want to use the lookup wizard on only one field of gender. So after putting in the gender records, you come here and press next. You come here and select, because now this is the gender. So let us limit the list. Nothing should be included in that list. So that is the list we want. Now we have done with that one. Again, we go back to our question and we see what is remaining. We are done with lookup wizard. Create a form in the tabular form and use it to populate your data. Meaning, in today's session, we are not going to use the table to fill in data. No, because now previously you saw we used our table to fill in data. But today, this time around, we are going to use the form to fill records in the table. How shall we do it? Eyes on your screen and you see. Let us save this table because we are done with the table. All instructions have implemented them. Now the table, they told us to save it as kitty primary. Yes, you click OK and you save the table. What you do here comes here. It is stored in this left side bar. Let us now close the table. After closing it, you click our table. I see our table is there, but it's empty. It's empty. There is nothing in the table. So let us close the table, because today we are not going to use this view. We are not going to use this view to fill in data. Are you seeing? Last time we filled the data from here, but today, this time around, we are told to create a form from the table, a tabular form. How do you create a tabular form? You come to the main tab, create, click create, you maneuver through its ribbon icons, you look for the form wizard. It's here. You click on form wizard. It opens up a prompt where we shall make selections of creating a table. So this prompt has more commands and instructions. Which field did you want in your form? You can choose from more than one table or queries. Let's see. Now, this is a table and a query. But at this time, we only have a table in our database. But assuming here we had very many, like 2 tables, queries, 3 queries, this is where it appears. You see this drop down arrow. When you click it, if there is more tables and queries, the all saved tables and queries will appear here, and you make a selection of which query or a table do you want to use. By this time round, we only have Kitty primary as a table. So that's what we are going to take. So coming here, we have available fields. Here a selected field. These available fields, this means the fields that are in the table. When you click on this one arrow, you take only one field. I think we now have selected only one index field. That's why it is saying selected field. What you select from the main table fields is the one appears this side. Because in some cases you may be asked to select only a few fields and you make a form or a report out of the many. So after selecting this one, if you click this one, it takes only one field, the one which is selected. So to select a field, you just bring that black bar. The moment it sets in the field, meaning that is the field you have selected. So this time round, we clicked this one. If you click, another one comes. Again, when you click, you see, it's like we are if you have made a longer selection and you want to take them back, you come here down. Again, you click on a single arrow. The moment you click on a single arrow, it goes back in its position. So that's how we use this one. These two arrows, they are important to take all. Like once you click here, meaning you are taking all of fields that are available in that table. You see, if you want to take them back, you click here. So this is the use of this one. Once you click, you take all. Meaning, if you are told to create a form from a table without selecting any field, you just come, you click, you just come and you click double arrows to take all of fields to the selected one. Selected one means now this is the side of the form. This is all the fields that are here will appear on the form. So thereafter, you click next. After clicking next, it brings the layout of your form. If you want to create a columnar form, this is how it will look like. If you want to create a tabular form, this is how it will look like. But now for us, we were told to create a tabular form. But the default form is a columnar. So if you are told to create a tabular form, you come and you select the tabular form. Thereafter, you click. Even the layout, you will see how the form will look like. You come and click next. After clicking next, it will provide you an opportunity of putting the name, the title. So give the form a title. Create a form in a tabular form called student. So our form is student. So after giving a name, there is some instructions here. Open the form to view or enter information. Meaning the form you have created, you can use it to view the records of what is in table or to enter records in the table or information. Here you can select the modification if there is something like other more things you want to include on the table. But for us now, for this time, we are going to click finished because our form is already created. And this is how our form is looking like. There is nothing. I see the form is empty. And these boxes it is showing. This is the very box you saw in our table. This one. This that is the column, the row it is showing now of columns that are ready to be filled in with records. Are you seeing? So we are here. Are you seeing this drop down arrow? It includes female. This is the use of Lookup Wizard. So this is how we program the drop down arrow in database. Now this one is slash slash. Why? Because the space is not enough for the digits, for the characters to be filled in. So what you do, you take the form, a design view, and you enlarge or you size the column. So to take the form in a design view, we follow the same way we have been using it to take the table in the design view. Come down here, you click on the pencil icon. Here, it's now in a design view. So you select this one, the one we want to reduce, in order to create the space for the index number. From there, again you come and increase the size of the column that has slashes. After, you go back to a datasheet view. So they said create a form in a tabular form called student and use it to populate your database. Meaning, this is the form we are going to use to fill in data in our table. So remember, the index number was assigned with Autonumber, meaning it's going to put numbering by itself. So what we are going to do, we come here at the name. We come here at the name and we start putting in some names. With names, here in our table, we have Ouma Derek, P7 North, Male, and this is the marks he got in each and every subject. We have Peter, Biwot, and this is the records of him. So let us go to our table and we put in those records. Ouma, are you seeing? Once you begin to put in records, it numbers itself, right? Ouma, Derek, P7 North, P7, Male. So with the Male, because we use Lookup Wizard, you come on drop down arrow and you click, you select the one you want. Math 43, you got 43. Here in 56, SST, we got 70. Science, we got 15. We come the second record. So the second record is Peter, Biwot, P7 East, female, and that's the max. Peter, Biwot, P7 East, she's a female. You select, she's a female. Math 52, English 65, SST 77, Science 61. So this is how we fill in data in the form. We follow the procedure, the way we filled in data in using datasheet view of the table. So here it's the same applies to the form. So after filling in these records, all assuming that you have filled in all records, whatever you fill here will appear in the table. Let me show you. We close the form, we go and try to see in the table. I think the two records we have entered in the form are in the table. So that is how we fill in records using the form. So let us come back here. I rush the video and we fill in more all records that we have here. Because of the time we have remained with 1, 2, 3, 4. We have remained with 4 records. Okay, now I'm done with filling in records in our form. So this all the table. We have 7 records and it's the one we have here. So let us close the form and we see whether our records are there in the table. Click the table. We have all the records. Now let us continue with the more question in our sample paper. Question F is saying create a query and calculate the total marks obtained by each student, which is the sum of all the 4 subjects. Let's go in our database and we create the query. Query design. Now we take the table. We take the table and close, double click, and you look for the primary key. You left click on the primary key. You click and hold after you drag to fill the tables. After reaching there, you release for all fields to appear in the field table. So from here they have told us here to add another column here or a field that will return the total marks obtained by each student. So you come at the end here, you put the cursor in the row, in that very row of the field. Now let us go to our builder. It should be called total marks. Total marks. Meaning total marks equals, you put colon. That colon in database, it's the equal sign. So from there, you come to expression element. Below that box, you look for your database. This one, kit. You double click it. It gives you the table. You click on the table, double click on the table. It gives you the name of your table. You double click the name of your table. And you come in expression category in the middle of these 3 boxes. You will see in the middle box all fields of your table. So from there, you look for what you have been told to add up. You have been told to add up all marks, the sum of marks that was obtained by students, meaning math, you add math, English, SST, and science. So you come back to our database and you start adding. You add, you double click math, it goes in the builder, you put a plus sign. Double click English, you put a plus sign. Double click SST, you add, and double click science. From there, you remove this one, this word expr. You click OK. After clicking OK, you run the query. All the total of marks which was obtained by learners, all marks will be summed up by this calculated column. This one, we used the formula to get this one. Meaning in database, this is what we call a calculated column. This one, these records are got after using the formula. So that is it. There we can save it as total marks. It comes here. After saving, it comes here. Now we close and look at another question. Another question is saying, create a query to display the following. Pupils who scored above 50 in math, English, and are male. Save it as scores. So we go back at our database. We create a query that will return for only those male students who got more than 50 in English and mathematics. We come to our database, we go to create, query design, we add the table and close. Double click the name of the query to select all. You look for the primary key, put a cursor there, press and hold and drag. Now, the question is saying, for only those who scored more than 50 in math, English, and their male. So our database, look for math. Math, you put there, greater 50, because we are looking for those one above 50. You come to English, you put there greater 50. You can do these things in the builder, but I'm doing them from the criteria below the mentioned field, because this formula for them, they carry few characters. It's unlike the one with a lot of characters which can occupy beyond the field size. That's those one that occupy beyond the field size. I take them in builder for in order to get a big space for writing. So from here we come to gender. We open quotes and we put there male, because they are looking for M. We close quotes. After closing quote, we run the query. Now this one, these two male, they are the one who got more than 50 in math and English. We save the query as score, as scores. We click OK to save the query. The query comes here. We close and we see for the another one. Should the names in the table descending order. Now, in these orders we have ascending and descending. Let us bring the table here. I see this is the table, but they are telling us to short these names either ascending or descending. But as you are seeing them, they are in ascending. I see these names, they are in ascending, meaning from the smallest, from A to Z, are shorted basing on A to Z. But if they say in descending, you come here in the short and filter group of the home tab. You see, when you click on create, you come back to home. When you click on home, the home ribbon will lay out with different icons in groupings. You see this ribbon has the groupings. Even these groupings, some of them, they have launcher box or launcher button, of which when you click on it, it brings the prompt with more settings. Why they have a launcher box, a launcher button here? Because the ribbon or the icons you are seeing here are not like this grouping has more than what you are seeing here. So the more choices and settings are hidden in this launcher button. So that's why when you have not seen something in these displayed icons here, you click on a launcher button to give you more settings. So we are sorting now from the from Z to A. That's what they have said, that we sort on descending. So you come to descending, you click descending. You find even here in our table, Peter is the one with the biggest letter. That's why it's on the first line. Now POM as we are going down to A. So that's what they was talking about. So that is the end of today's session, and we have looked at how to fill data in the table using the form, how to create calculated query, how to use Lookup Wizard, and to assign Autonumber in the table. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, leave the comment, and next time we shall come up with how to create reports and making calculations on forms. Thank you. God bless you.